Hello, world. My name is Stephen Hensley, and today is Friday, November 4th, 2022. It is 2:37 p.m., and the intention, expectation, and will behind this video or event are just to attempt to brainstorm and come up with some ideas on and around what I'd like to be doing with myself in my life. Pardon me. And I just want to sort of explore consciousness and material reality through storytelling. I'm not really too concerned about my expectations for this video. I want to see how it unfolds or blossoms. I want to study like impromptu or improv storytelling to make an impact on the earth or be an influencer. I really want to be a public figure and a celebrity. That's kind of like part of my dream or my vision for the future. I want to be a social influencer so badly. I want to make a big impact on the earth through art and science and like motivational speaking and self-help. I want to strive for excellence in everything that I do. I'm kind of presently a recovering perfectionist. Pardon me. I've been perfectionistic my entire life and never have produced anything perfect. So I want to strive for excellence in everything I do rather than being a perfectionist. I'd rather be a rock star than a perfectionist. So that's what I'm going to aim for. It's a total like lifestyle and mindset, a way of life, being a rock star. I want to help people wake up to how fantastic their reality is or their potential, their lives. Like I want to be able to sway people's perceptions and beliefs like a magician. Like sleight of hand, misdirection, smoke and mirrors and stuff. It's like I want to help people remember how awesome life is in reality. And I really want to create permission slips for people to feel right or feel better. I want to take people on a journey with my storytelling. I want to help them feel different and then better. I really want to study shamanism and Sherping. Shamanism is like a tribal healing or tribal medicine man. And a Sherpa is a guide, a tribal guide, like the Sherpas in Mount Everest. There's like these Sherpas that'll guide hikers like about like 80 or 90% up the way of Mount Everest, and then like let them take the last 10 or 20% off themselves because it gets to be really dangerous. A lot of people die hiking up Mount Everest. So I want to be a Sherpa for the Holy Mountain, or like Life's Mountain. I kind of also want to play Life like as a game, like Dungeons and Dragons and World of Warcraft. I'm fascinated by mysticism and magic. I'm pretty convinced that miracles exist and do happen, like all throughout history. And I want to believe that we can influence these things in our reality. We can kind of like invite these things into our lives, like inviting or having Christ and God and Holy Spirit in our lives. I don't know a whole lot about faith in God and religion or anything like that. But I hella badly want to be like an occultist priest, and I want to create my own faith in God and religion. Not necessarily to spread around or share with anybody, or to like entrap people, like Scientology. I just want to have faith in my private study of God and religion. I want to study world religion, philosophy, myth, and lore as like a science with like theology and everything. I want to explore reality as like confidently as I can. I mostly want to explore reality through research. And then I want to like create media productions. I want to create content for the earth. And like I want to study business and marketing. I want to study all kinds of different like arts and sciences in order to create my vision of the future. So I want to manifest something grandiose in my life. I've been like focusing on it for my entire life, I feel. I feel like that's how most people feel with their lives in reality, that they're trying to create something specific. And sometimes it takes decades. Depends on how much like imagination you have and how resourceful you are, and if you have like starting capital or material resources to begin with. I really want to have faith in studying what I call metaphorical mind chess. It's a role-playing game, but like live action role-playing. Excuse me. It's like I really want to create this story I call my Master Ascendant series. And I want to design it to sell merchandise, including like LARPing gear. I'm gonna have faith in selling like LARPing cosplay gear. Like clothing and apparel. I'm really anxious to do something spectacular with my life. I'm really excited. I just don't know where to start. I want to have faith in like being able to positively influence my state and imagination and use transference to influence my audience state and imagination through arts and sciences like music and storytelling. I really want to study metaphysics and psychology really badly. Which is like, metaphysics is a philosophical study of the nature of reality, and psychology is a study of human behavior, or of behavior, I should say, not just human behavior. But I want to have like a huge impact on this earth in my story. I really want to invite this story to exist in the collective unconscious, super unconscious, or whatever it is. In the collective conscious, I should say. I love it when stories exist so much in the mind and imagination, and then the media just sort of like supports it. The media supports the dream, and then like the audience is allowed to use their imagination or dream their dream the way they like intend to. I really want to be the writer or author or screenplay writer or author or whatever, the actor and director of my own creation or my own life. Which essentially we are. We are the actors, directors, and screenplay writers or script writers of our own realities. We have a lot of options at our disposal. There's a lot of opportunities in reality. I can't believe how pessimistic I can be. I've really programmed myself or conditioned myself to be depressed through my behaviors and beliefs in the past. And so I want to have faith in having exponential growth and change with that behavior and belief. I want to start seeing the good in reality and in life instead of being so traumatized and hurt by my faith in history or negative things I see on the television and stuff like that. I want to have faith in being more in tune and sensory acute with my reality. I want to have faith in separating fantasy or fiction and other people's paradigms of reality away from my own, so I can enjoy my paradigm of reality like it's my heaven on earth. Because I'm aiming for world peace and heaven on earth, and not everybody welcomes that. Not everybody wants to have faith in heaven and peace on earth. Some people are inspired by war and conflict and drama. I can't say that that's not how we all work. I'm not super sure how humans behave or work in reality. I don't have a lot of experience with people. I'm really antisocial and sheltered. And so I'd really like to study human behavior and beliefs from afar, from a safe distance, as I explore production and storytelling. I kind of want to be a teacher through through show and tell, or by leading by example, and through recorded media. I really want to be a public figure and role model. I'm just not sure how to go about doing it yet. But this is my vision or my mission for the future, is to be a positive influence and role model for the world. I really want to inspire my nation and the world around us to celebrate human potential, I guess. And I want to celebrate heaven on earth, because I think we can have that. It's kind of like teamwork makes the dream work, or problem shared is a problem halved, or all roads lead to Rome. There's a lot of sayings out there throughout history that help anchor heaven into reality. kind of fascinating. I'm fascinated by like consciousness and material reality and storytelling and like how impactful or influential it is throughout history. Like I get really fascinated by the Christ story. And like I don't really necessarily believe in Jesus Christ. Like I want to believe in Jesus Christ. But like I don't really believe in the Bible and stuff because it's so full of like far-fetched stories, I guess. Like these Bible stories are a little like woo-woo to me. And so I don't know how to have faith in celebrating them for anything other than like moral and integrity value. There's like some good morals and beliefs in the Bible. But I think there's some pretty bad like examples in throughout world religion and history when it comes to like our faith and reality and our like behaviors and beliefs. There's a lot of like like masculine persuasion throughout history and throughout world religion. seems like women weren't really looked up to too much throughout history. It's really hurtful. Like some people are like upset with Adam and Eve for eating the apple or whatever it was, the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. They blame Eve and Adam for the way that life is and the way it exists. Or they lead themselves to believe that we're cursed or damned by some story in the past or some experience in the past. It's really fascinating the way like religious programming and cultural conditioning exists, and like how we have like different cultural beliefs and behaviors because of like religious beliefs and like philosophies, morals and dogmas. I really want to have faith in creating change in the world in like a really mature way. I want to create like people to be more responsible with their realities and with their lives. I want to help people mature and grow up and see the beauty in reality instead of like a whole lot of influence of bad behavior. I want to be the change I want to see in the world and lead by example. I know I already said that, but I just like want to reaffirm it.
Big one?
It's amazing how influential someone can be throughout history, like Jesus Christ. the story is like 2,000 some odd years old and it's still influencing people's lives today. That's what I'm saying. Like, God knows how to create a story, and He knows how to make an impact, influence His children, or whatever you want to say. And that's my faith. That's what I believe, at least. It's a bit of my worldview, I guess. That God knows what He's doing, and He knows how to get shit done. I don't know what keeps us from having better realities and throughout history. That confused me a lot. I feel like there's a lot of people who are victims of circumstance or happenstance in reality, which blows. That really sucks. I want to help people be faithed and inspired in reality. I wish I was better connected with God than what I am, and with Jesus, and had faith and be able to create parable stories and stuff just off the cuff, and understand the mechanics of storytelling like that. I wish I had understandings of the mortal mind and body, soul and spirit, so I could influence it. I want to invite God to have a bigger influence and impact on our reality. And I want to have faith in inviting Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit into my life. With hopes that they'll teach me how to tell better stories. I'm open-minded. I believe it's possible. I want to believe in ask and it's given, seek and you shall find. There's a lot of stuff I'm just looking to be able to find in within myself. The strength and courage and motivation and inspiration and understanding or arts and sciences of all these things. And it's something that people either have or they don't have. And I'm not sure what instantiates or creates that differential. I don't know why people are different from one another other than their beliefs and perceptions maybe influence them throughout their history. things that were going on in their heads as they were children. It's pretty amazing. It feels good to be so open and transparent. I want to have faith in influencing a whole lot of positive change in the world. Through just like invitation or like through permissions. There's so much we can have faith in reality. I just don't know where to begin or how to start. I want to have faith in like having a huge impact on this earth throughout world history. I want to inspire from all the great role models and influencers throughout history. It's like I want to have a prerequisite of, or a presupposition of unconditional positive regard for humanity or for life itself. I just know that like I'd like to have that in my life, and I believe in doing unto others as you wish to have done unto yourself. But then like treating yourself that way too, it helps to have a little self-respect and never hurt anybody. I believe that reality is much like a mirror, and it's reflective, and you get back what you put out. I feel as though we can like open up and project our will out into material reality or out into the world, and it's more likely to come true than if we didn't. It's kind of a bit of a superstition of mine that like if you put stuff out there, it'll come back to you in some way, like a boomerang. Or a dialogue. It's kind of like having a dialogue with the with the cosmos. To open up a conversation or a dialogue with the cosmos or with God in reality, and see what we can establish or create in reality. I want to be open to whatever is helpful and healthy. There's so much here to explore in reality. It's kind of like where focus goes, energy flows, and we invest in our behaviors and beliefs or our will. I have a whole lot of faith in history 'Cause it's like less of a mystery than what it once was. You can find out a lot about history on the internet. There's a lot of arts and sciences to explore on the internet too. A lot of theories and philosophies of how to like enrich your life. And inspire others. I love motivational speaking. I wish I was a better public speaker than what I am. I work on it every day though. So eventually I should be. It's like they say, practice makes perfect. Or at least makes permanent. I will strive for excellence in everything I do. Those are just little things I want to affirm to myself. Little mantras and incantations. That like, yes we can. Like, Americans are all about yes we can. As far as like I've been capable of understanding. That's American like way. America has achieved a lot and throughout history. There's been a lot of inventors and creators here in the world. And in reality, but like here in America. And America has influenced the entire planet throughout history. Or throughout American history for a long time. We've always been a huge impact on this earth. Another thing that we celebrate here in America is celebrity a lot. There's a lot of like American celebrities that are big all over the world. It's pretty fascinating. It's one of the only American made things we have. A lot of things transferred to China. And so we have a bunch of Chinese made crap on the earth. There's so much that I want to have faith in reality. And there's so much that I want to let go of. Kind of like where focus goes, energy flows. What you focus on, you feel. And thoughts become things. And as sight, out of mind. Love you too, Dad. There's all kinds of things I want to have faith in reality. There's all kinds of stuff that like I have will over or control of in myself and in reality that I can use to influence the world. I want to empower the world and like influence the world to like can have greater faith and responsibility in itself. There's a bunch of irresponsible people on the earth, it seems like. And we keep making stupid people famous. And like, I don't know, there's a lot of problems with media. And so I want to have faith in being like a media wizard to this earth. I want to have faith in my impact and influence on earth and reality, and being able to influence the earth with my soul. Kind of take a page out of Jesus Christ's book and like have faith in being one with our Father, or one with God, the creator of life. I and the Father are one, and I am the life and the way. Leadership. So I really want to create a brand and a business. I'm just not sure what it is I'm looking to sell other than myself and my influence. I've never had a whole lot of confidence in myself. I don't really know why, other than like I'm morbidly obese, and so I have a whole lot of social insecurities and stuff. I'm really like overly conscious of my appearance, and like have faith in being like unworthy. I feel as though the way I've taken care of myself shows how disrespectful and immature I am and undisciplined in things. Instead of being a mature, responsible adult and taking care of my body like a man or a woman should, I have kind of like let my guard down and like haven't been treating my body as my temple. I've been treating it like a garbage dump, and like haven't been eating the healthiest of things. But I don't know, I shouldn't be so hard on myself, I guess. I get pretty like strict sometimes. Like I'm either like all about like nutrition, or I'm like completely off the wagon. It's really weird. It's like 1 is too many and 10 is not enough with like kind of anything. I'm kind of a drug addict and I don't want to say an alcoholic, but I'll say like alcohol enthusiast. And so like, I don't know, I don't have the greatest respect for myself sometimes, because I've been like conditioned and programmed to have faith in not respecting myself and other drug addicts, I guess, by the media. Kind of like a reefer madness or whatever. Cultural perception is really influential to this planet. It's like propaganda influences people throughout history to have faith in like their agenda. Like for instance, Reefer Madness was produced by people who had interest in investments in the oil industry and in cotton and stuff. So like hemp was like made illegal, and I don't know, there's all kinds of different things that we could use hemp for on this earth that's very economical and resourceful. Like for fabrics and stuff, it's really amazing. And medicine, I'm really excited to see what like the legalization of marijuana, California, and in other parts of America will go. Well, it's only been like 4 years. There's going to be all kinds of discoveries. It's going to be amazing. Boy, one of my biggest problems is I'm kind of like an attention whore. I love attention a lot, and I have faith in doing a lot for it. I don't know why. Again, it's something I think I've been conditioned to believe in and programmed by the media to have faith in. So there's a lot of dogma involved, or unquestioned habited beliefs, or like religious beliefs, or whatever you want to call them. It's not necessarily like Christian or Judaic beliefs. It's more like habited beliefs or religious beliefs in that way. We all have rituals and we all have religious habits. It's just part of our nature. I'm so fascinated by material reality and consciousness and like the lives in it. I'm really fascinated by what we've discovered and what we've created over the millennia. It's like I don't know how we did it, but like we've done it. We created the future. Like I'm not even sure if the people who were directly involved in doing it know how it was done. It was like a magic trick. Like a collaborative, co-creative event throughout history. Reality was, or is. I'm like a huge faith believer in the collective unconscious. I have faith in like qualities of life being like accessed by life throughout history. I feel like we're all connected. I feel like everything is one, kind of like Buddha. I am one with everything. I mean, like all the physics on the earth in modern society are suggesting the same stuff. That everything's one and everything's connected. We just call it quantum entanglement now. There's all these philosophies and feelings of oneness throughout history with various ascended masters and teachers and things like Buddha or Jesus Christ. But like we're just now discovering the physics or the sciences behind all that stuff. So it's like you have to take people's word for it sometimes. Sometimes you have to have faith in celebrating philosophy over your evidence in sciences and stuff. Sometimes you just have to go with your gut or your instincts or your heart and like allow your mind to do mathematics and equations like problem solving. It's remarkable to me that we have, like, access to all this intelligence in reality. Like, it's just everywhere. Like, our hearts and our bodies and our minds are all very intelligent. And, like, the world around us in reality is very intelligent too. It's fascinating to, like, have faith in, like, all this reality. I love to think about this stuff sometimes. Like, all the potential we have in reality. And, like, what we'll end up focusing on and realizing in our lives. I've had this reoccurring dream of being Christ on earth or in reality. It's been like one of the most fascinating hallucinations or dreams I've ever had. I'd love to be God on earth and be like the creator of the world and the afterlife and stuff. That'd be really fascinating. Be really cool. Kind of like that movie, Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey, where God what is it called? Empowers him with godlike abilities. So I really want to create ideas that spread around, like memes. I'd love to create my own memes for Facebook. I still have faith in being that smart or like well educated or confident or funny or entertaining in that way. I've never been too fun or funny. I've always been like kind of anticlimactic and boring. Very analytical and like insecure. So I just basically think a lot, way too much. But it's like I'd like to use that to my advantage, along with my like schizophrenic hallucinations. I'd like to use it for the betterment of humanity. Turn a frown upside down, make a potential negative into a affirmed positive. Because it's up to us to do it. We're the meaning-making machines here. We give history its definitions. Us and God, I assume. Kind of like God helps those who help themselves. There's a whole lot in reality that, like, we get to have faith in. I'm, like, really looking forward to it. I'm really excited about it. I feel like reality is a mass hallucination. Einstein said it was an illusion, be it a very persistent one. He had faith in studying a whole lot of physics and philosophy, so I have faith in, like, what he said, or what he's concluded to. Okay, E equals mc squared. Energy equals mass constant squared. So energy is equal to mass. Or mass is energy. Is like concentrated. I really wish I was more intelligent than what I am. I wish I could better understand mathematics and like language arts and physics and stuff. I guess I'll get there someday. It's just I have a really big appetite for that kind of thing, for education. And I'm greatly impatient with results. And I tend to be lazy, and I don't do my homework, and I don't apply my my sciences to my reality. So that's pretty offensive. You know, what's the point of studying at all if you're not going to apply it to your reality? I've just been really insecure and like I guess just like a little confused as to like how I should apply these sciences. But I think it's mostly being lazy. It's lazy and insecurity, or laziness and fear. It's not like the worst thing in the world. It's just kind of offensive. I'd really like to try to define what success means to me and what like vision I have for reality or the future, as in without a vision a man shall perish. So instead of going around in circles and perishing, I want to have faith in paying attention to the patterns and habits in reality through history, and making conscious and confident decisions in reality to move. I really want to be a world leader someday. I'd like to do it through mainstream artwork and sciences. I'd like to be a public figure and celebrity. I just don't know how to do that. I want to have faith in getting my story straight throughout my life. And I want to start trying to like realize things in my life in the future through goal setting. Like I want to study the habits and patterns of my past and see what like I have a whole lot of strengths and weaknesses in, and then begin to exploit those strengths and weaknesses to help humanity. I want to lead by example so terribly. I want to have faith in being like forthright and honest and completely transparent with my audience. Just because I feel like it's a good role to play. Social networking has made everything transparent anyway. Like you can't get away with anything like you could in hundreds of years ago. Which is a positive thing for humanity and society and culture and everything. I'd love for criminals to see no opportunity to get away with anything. So they have faith in like reframing from being criminals, and instead invest in like applying themselves as a citizen and a contributor to society. Kind of like they say perception is reality, even though that's not quite right or accurate, but it is persuasive. It is quite convincing. Perception is. It's amazing, like the stories that we have faith in focusing on throughout history, like all the language and everything, and like all the traumatizing stuff we go throughout history that we focus on even after the fact. I want to have faith in celebrating this to be the first day of the rest of our lives, and so we can let go of our past and not let it haunt us anymore. Like the past is dead, the future is unborn. All we have is the present, and it's a gift to you. I wish I knew how to have greater faith in mysticism and magic. I have great faith in it, but like I don't hear people talk about it in mainstream media or society too much. I think people speculate that it doesn't exist or isn't real or that miracles can't happen to them or won't happen to them. They're just not that kind of person or don't have that sort of fortune. And I want to have faith in like helping us turn our perceptions and beliefs around, to have faith in allowing or accepting or inviting miracles into our lives. I don't think we have to have faith in God to have faith in miracles. Some people are atheists and they don't want to have faith in God. I completely support that because I grew up being an atheist. And I still at times waver in faith and doubt God's presence or like influence. But I'm trying to have faith in like my faith in God instead of like kind of instead of a faith in God, if that makes any sense. Like I feel as though God is created in our image and likeness anyway throughout history, just like we're created in His image and likeness. I have like faith in fundamental Christianity because that's the way I was raised. I went to a Christian school when I was a kid, but like it didn't last too long because my family couldn't afford it. It was a long story, but like anyway. So I really want to have faith in this game I call metaphorical mind chess. I'm not really sure what it is or what to expect from it. I just have a whole lot of faith in like influence and manipulation throughout history. Like the earth is a chessboard, or being influenced by the like a ruling class and elite class on the earth. And it's like I really don't want to be a slave or a wage slave or an economic slave in reality. I want to have faith in being an entrepreneur and like fighting the war on slavery, fighting for American rights and freedoms. Because I feel like a lot of what we have faith in is a mindset. There's a lot of people who don't believe in a lot of stuff because that's just against their mindset or against their beliefs. And like, sometimes those beliefs aren't so helpful. Sometimes they're limiting beliefs and irrational fears. So I want to help people identify what their limiting beliefs and rational fears are so we can live a better reality together. A better paradigm, you know. I'd love to be president of the United States of America someday. I really wish I could like read and write better so I could like have a bigger impact on the earth. I really want to be a cool artist and scientist in culture and in society or in material reality. Kind of like we're all actors in the world's best stage. I want to represent peace on earth and heaven on earth, like Jesus Christ. I think that's my theme, is heaven on earth. I'm going to try to like stay true to that theme. Because I believe in what Jesus Christ said about the kingdom of heaven being inside of us. And so I want to tease or coax that out of us. So we're living heaven on earth. Instead of just talking about it or believing in it, I think we can live it. We have more of an opportunity now than ever to live heaven on earth. It's just part of our natural evolution. I kind of feel as though we experience heaven in our dreams sometimes, or maybe all the time. Maybe our dreams are their connection to the afterlife. I really don't know. But it makes sense that we'd have faith in creating like this overall schema of heaven on earth throughout history. Because a lot of people have faith in heaven and Jesus Christ and God and stuff. And so I think people get sick and tired of having faith in being out of control. Or like not living the life that they will. And so like they take responsibility and control of themselves and their lives and their dreams and aspirations. And they do something about it. So I really want to get keen and in tune with my vision for the future. Because I really want to have faith and believe in a whole bunch of stuff that like I know and believe is possible, or believe and know is possible. But maybe lack a little bit of confidence or faith in myself. Maybe I doubt myself a bit too much. And I doubt God's reality or role in my life a little bit. Because I believe we're all God's children And I feel as though God is trying to help us live these greater paradigms of reality in our lives. We just have to be open and willing to, work for it. Kind of like heaven if you do, hell if you don't. It's amazing how many options we have to focus our thoughts and our consciousnesses on like specific ideas throughout history, where we get fascinated with something or obsessed with something and we won't let it go. Like we have faith in programming our reticular activating system so we can see signs and symbols of it in our reality as we hunt for whatever it is we're gathering. I really want to have faith in exploring like the arts and sciences that I've been focused on throughout my life, throughout the decades of my life. Kind of like the 10,000 hours theory or rule of thumb. And it, like, they talk about it takes like 10,000 hours to become a professional at something or to master a skill. It may not be like exactly 10,000 hours, but it's like thousands of hours at least. You know what I mean? There's stuff that we've done for hundreds and thousands of hours throughout our lives that we just didn't think about too much. And so it's like, how can we have faith in helping the world with what we know? Or what we've gone through, Because we've all gone through stuff that we've survived and it's made us stronger. Kind of like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That we can help inspire others to overcome the same traumas and feats in their past or reality, using you as a catalyst for creation, or using your story as a catalyst for creation, It's quite fascinating to me. Humans are so capable. There's so much that I want to have faith in reality. I just, I don't know how to, focus on it, I guess. I mostly want to be a master artist and storyteller. That's like what I want to invest in with my reality, in my life and time and energy. Master the art of influence and communication. I want to be a teacher like Jesus Christ or like Aesop from Aesop's Fables. Or like the millions of other philosophers throughout history. I'm so frustrated with my schizophrenia. I have schizophrenic hallucinations and things of like being tortured in hell and stuff. It's really irritating. So I try to keep a positive attitude and outlook on life the best I can when I can. It's like really hurtful that God would influence my life the way he has through history. I don't really understand it at the moment, but like I'm sure he has his reasons. I can't say it hasn't made me a better person or a stronger person, because I feel like that is the case. Kind of like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But like it doesn't mean I appreciate it or enjoy it or like it very much. I'm pretty sure I willed to go to hell instead of having faith in going to heaven. It felt like hell is where all the action was and where I was going to have the biggest impact in reality. And if I could tell stories about hell on earth that can ward people away from having faith and behaving criminally. Because I mean, like, that's where a lot of the stories were developed, were to condition and culture us to have faith in civil society. It's kind of why I don't have faith in Jesus Christ, because I feel like Jesus Christ was kind of like the superhero of the day, or of the time, you know, of the era. And so he's not a whole lot different from like Batman or Superman. In other words, he wasn't a real human being. But like I could be wrong. I just have a whole lot of like doubt in the Bible. Just because I feel like there's a lot of like creepy people in religion that like to manipulate and control people. And they get off on it, you know what I mean? I feel like there's corruption all over the earth right now. I can't say that it didn't always exist. It just seems like it's getting more illuminated, or like brought more to light over the years, since we have media and television and stuff. We're like healing corruption on the earth a little bit at a time, I suppose. Kind of like what I was saying before, if people don't have faith in getting away with something, then maybe they won't do it. We're getting less and less likely to get away with stuff on the earth, and more likely to have faith in following the rules for once. I feel like there's plenty of stuff to have faith in without breaking the rules or having faith in like corruption. But it seems like there's a lot of corrupt people in the world. I'm not really sure what to do about it. I just have to like talk about it, I guess. Kind of like talk myself through it. Because I don't feel like there's too much I can do about corruption. There's only like so much I have control over. But I can like lead by the best example I can and try not to be as corrupt as possible. Or instead of trying to be as corrupt as possible, maybe I just should be focused on being as transparent as possible. Or as honest and trustworthy as possible. Positively framed goals. It's amazing how consciousness works. Like, I don't know a whole lot about it, but like it works through like imagery and language. And supposedly there's nothing new under the sun. So there's all this like intelligence in the world, that we can have faith in like accessing through like meditation and prayer, I think, or through channeling, however you want to see it. But I feel as though we're capable of channeling things from the world and the afterlife and the collective unconscious and like our own consciousnesses and body. I don't necessarily know how to prove any of that, but like that's what it feels like. Excuse me. Man, I super badly want to create my own cartoon character. I've named him Master Ascendant. That name came to me during my schizophrenic break. I've just held on to it over the years. And like, I don't think I knew of what an Ascended Master was before I heard the phrase Master Ascendant, or the name Master Ascendant. So I'm not sure where that ever came from. Like, I consider it to be an act of God, because I just don't quite comprehend it. It's kind of mystical to me, or magical, and so until I can like make sense of it more scientifically, it'll remain kind of mystical and magical. I doubt I'll understand where it came from. Anyway, Master Ascendant is essentially my master archetype for me to work from and off of. And it's like I want to have faith in creating other Ascended Masters on the earth, other enlightened teachers in reality, like Jesus Christ and Buddha. I think I want to be a bit of a guru, like a know-it-all. And I want to be an occultist priest. The occult is the study of the paranormal and supernatural. Pardon me. I'm not exactly sure what an occultist priest is. I just think it sounds cool. Like, I don't know what an occultist priest would do or wouldn't do. But I'm inviting that paradigm of reality into my life, because I feel like it's important to me. I don't know why, I just have an attraction to it. I've always had a deep attraction to religion for some reason. I just haven't been too embedded in it, or in one frame or another of it, you know what I mean? I've had a very open spiritual adolescence and childhood. So I really want to have faith in studying transference, which is like an experience in reality where it's like you get in tune or entranced with another person and you can feel their emotions through like the story told or the storytelling. Okay, where you get so enthralled or captivated by the story that you feel empathetic or some sort of empathy towards the speaker. Where we're paced and led into entrainment. Boy, I feel so upset and angry in reality because like I don't know how to express myself well enough. Like I don't know what it is I'm looking for or what it is I can expect from my stories or my reality. I just want to hope for the best and like can I have good expectations of reality. I want to be optimistic and outlook or optimistic with an outlook or with a positive outlook, pardon me. I want to be optimistic with a positive outlook on life and reality. I get so frustrated that I don't know how to express myself all that well. I'm doing pretty good today. It's like this has been one of the better days I've had in a long time. Like usually I get pretty down on myself for not being like perfect or quote unquote good enough for myself and my audience. And so I end up like turning off the video and like saying fuck it. You know what I mean? So I'm really happy to have like a more open agenda or expectation of like myself and reality. Like I don't know my overall boundaries so well yet, or my capabilities or competency. Like I don't know what I'm good at yet, which I feel very humbled by because I feel like being 32 years old, I should have some greater expectation of myself in reality and like have better faith in sciences and arts and hard work. There's so much I could have faith in, but like haven't for some reason. Excuse me. I don't want to be so hard on myself. I have a whole lot of faith in being hard on myself in the past, and I want to let that go. Let go and let God. boy. How do I want to influence the future? All I know is I want to influence it positively. I want to help people see the brighter side of reality. I want to help people feel more optimistic. What example am I trying to lead by? An honest example? I get so anxious to say something because there's this awkward silence, you know what I mean? And so I'm trying to have faith in, like, coming up with stuff to say. But, like, I'm not really sure what else I want to say. I'm feeling quite satisfied and fulfilled with my work so far. It's so fascinating or interesting how the mind works. Not that I understand it, it's just like, it's so crazy. I so badly want to be a master artist and storyteller. I just have no clue of what I'm trying to say or what I want to have faith in doing with being an influencer. I just know that, like, people who create influence on the earth in a positive way are recognized for it. And I want to go recognized through world history, like Jesus Christ or Buddha. I feel so abused by my thoughts, my schizophrenic thoughts. Pardon me. My schizophrenia is full of all sorts of offensive language and, like, concepts. It's not something I want to invest in or celebrate. Something I want to, like, dissolve or uh, delete from my consciousness and my material reality. I want to have faith in creating guided meditations. I don't know how I'm going to do that just yet, but like, that's what I want my art and science to be, is a guided meditation of peace on earth, or peace of mind, I should say. I want to influence a peaceful state of mind and emotion into my audience. I want to instill these good beliefs into our audience and reality. I want to help people remember that kind of stuff. I feel like I'm like digging or mining for jewels and for gold by having faith in storytelling. I'm just mining my unconscious and the collective unconscious for insights and philosophies and stuff. I'm so frustrated with myself. I want to have faith in guiding us into a better paradigm of reality than what we're in the present moment. I just don't know what I'm having faith in. I don't have much of a vision for reality or for the future. All I know is I want to be a storyteller, or a master artist and storyteller, I should say. I want to have faith in influencing people to have faith in hard work. I wish I had more faith in God and reality, and more faith in Jesus Christ and reality. Just a lot of what people create and throughout history seems like a little woo-woo, or a little bit of like too fanciful for me, and not practical or pragmatic enough in reality. I want to have faith in like arts and sciences, and like not so much in like fiction. So I love fiction storytelling and everything. I just have faith in like it being a little bit childish sometimes. I want to have faith in creating mature fiction or adult fiction. One of my favorite themes is sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Nothing is American like sex, drugs, and rock and roll, I feel. I feel like reality is all about the stories we tell ourselves and each other, or the way we communicate, the way we choose to communicate not only with each other but with ourselves, like our inner dialogue and narrative. Kind of like as I said before, where focus goes, energy flows. So if we have an inner narrative and dialogue, what is it that we're creating with that? I've heard that our extrinsic or outer world is a reflection of our inner world, or like our insides, and it's less like we're influenced by reality. It's more like we influence reality. It's like about taking responsibility and control for your potential, instead of having like a locus of control issue or problem where you put the power outside of yourself. It's all about empowerment. Man, I'd love to be like a self-help guru and a motivational speaker. I'd like to help people find love in their reality, in their lives and everything. I want to help people find themselves in reality. There's a lot of lost people in reality, a lot of lost people in the world. I feel like it has everything to do with their story. Like as they say, keep your story straight. It's amazing how much of reality is language. I feel like reality or life is a story being told to us through mainstream media, an institution like school and uh, religion or the church. I want to have faith in inspiring and empowering my audience so terribly. I want to have faith in helping them step out of like dogmatic faith in God and religion and step into a new paradigm of reality in life. I want to give people a confident place to communicate and be themselves. No need for a persona or a facade, just reality. Or no need for a mask or a costume, in other words. You're accepted for who you are. Unconditional love and positive regard. I think I've been looking for forgiveness and looking to forgive myself for a whole bunch of stuff in my past. Stuff that I blamed myself for, which it wasn't necessarily my fault. It's just like I was always one to have faith in trying to take responsibility for things, even if it wasn't my fault or responsibility to tend to these things. And so I would like to learn from my history in that way. I'd like to refine myself in that way. Not to have faith in like a whole lot of just bullshit. I feel like we're drowning in information and starving for wisdom or knowledge. That's something I've heard before. I certainly feel that way about present times or about reality. There's lots of stories going on the earth right now. I really want to have faith in celebrating openness and transparency with myself and my audience. I want to not be able to bullshit myself. So I don't want to have faith in stories. I want to have faith in reality. Hella bad. So a lot of the storytelling I want to communicate is about getting us back on track from where we've been in history. I super badly want to create like an artistic and spiritualistic movement here in the world. Kind of like the Me Too movement, but of like art and sciences. I want to expose corruption and like heal the wounded. I'm so frustrated right now because I don't really know what I want to say. And because of my schizophrenia. I think I'm mostly happy. I think a great deal of me is confused still. But I'm happy for the most part. I think that's what's important. It's like I want to have faith in inspiring other people to be happy too. Like through transference and storytelling. I'm so frustrated and angry right now. I'm not really sure what to do with my frustration or anger when it pops up. Like, I'm not really one to make too big of a deal out of it. It's just something that bothers me, and like, I don't know what to do about it. So I kind of just try to talk it out. Man, I gotta say, I kind of feel brainwashed by the media here in the world. It's dictated so many of my behaviors and beliefs throughout history that I'm not sure what to do about it. Like, I don't feel like a very original character. I feel like I was produced or created to be a specific thing in reality. I feel like I'm rejecting my programming or that paradigm of reality, you know? I want to free people from past paradigms of reality and help them see reality as a whole or see the bigger picture. I want to influence people to have greater faith in science. I love art and science so much, and I want to promote goodwill with it. I wish I wasn't so hurt by my schizophrenia. It really bothers me. It hurts me a lot. Like I have thoughts that are not my own. And I don't know where it comes from. I just know it's not me. It's so, like, contrasting of myself. But, like, I guess it's affirming for who I am rather than who I'm not. So as offensive as it is, it's probably, like, not being able to see the light without the dark. So there's all these positive characteristics in like parts of my character and personality. And there's a whole lot of like less than ideal things in my character and personality. But like that's something I can have faith in being responsible with and learning from. I don't have to have faith in those characteristics or those parts of myself any longer. I've grown, I've matured, I've learned a lot. I'm ready to let it go. Because that's not me like I thought it was. I thought it was something way less and way different than what I turned out to be, which is a miracle in and of itself. My schizophrenia led me to believe in a whole lot of negative shit about myself that just wasn't true. It just was like schizophrenic hallucinations. I'm thankful to God for that. That it's not what I thought it was. I feel like reality is rarely what we think it is. Oftentimes, at least. It just is what it is. That's just the way it is. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's all I want to say. I can't think of anything else. So I guess that's it. Peace.